morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host. I'm Sekouwritesdotcom, Rights, and I am your host. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for helping me out and helping me realize that it's about doing it every day. I thank you to Rev Melissa and Fee King for helping me out. And today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. And as you can tell, I'm pretty tired. And let me check my mom's notes again. See if there's anything I missed. Let's see. I was trying to put what's that called? Shoot. Anyway, I was trying to put it up. It really wasn't working right. So let me find my mom's notes. All right, so I did my personal intro. So I am Sekouwritesdotcom Rights. I am the survivor of a stroke. I'm a survivor of a hemorrhagic. Let's see. She heard me. My hemorrhagic stroke, which means that I got this from one of the podcasts. He reflected this back to me, and I was like, "What? Say that to me again." And he reflected what he heard me say. What he heard me say is that if there were 100 people in a room and they all got the hemorrhagic stroke, only 17 people would get up and walk out that door to life. And I was like, whoa, that really hit me hard. So, that hit me hard. So 83 people would have not left the room, would have died within the first 4 weeks. The first 4 weeks. And here I am 2.5 years later. 2.5 years later. So Ashe. All right. So presentation topic. I think what I wanted to do was see if I could, let me see if it worked. I was trying to transfer the information to my calendar for today so I could see it and I could show you this video of Chris Platt. All right, here we go. All right, it worked. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna do the first one. From a long time ago. I wanted to get you Chris Platt from 2 different time periods of his life. Right. So here we go. Let's present, share screen. Chris Platt, share, close. All right, so let me add him. Is it there? Okay, so here is, I gotta play it with the sound now, so I wait for it to start all over. So I was trying to get it at the very beginning. Well, I'll just let it play.
Okay, let's just see. Here's what you got. Oh, you owe us $80. I ate a lot.
So here we go. Here we go from the beginning.
Here's a lesson I learned. 14? My first job, 14, I think 14 and a half maybe. I worked at a place called the Viking Drive-In. I worked at flip burgers at a little tiny drive-through burger joint. The lady who owned the place was like, listen, if you ever want to eat something, you just eat something. Just make sure you write it down. We'll give it to you for half price, and then we'll take it out of your check. I was like, cool. So it was kind of a credit system. Yeah. And I worked there for, I think I got paid every 2 weeks, and I got my first check, and they were like, okay, let's just see. Here's what you got. Oh, you owe us $80. I ate a lot.
right, right. He's laughing in the background. That made me laugh. It made me laugh. That tickled me because he ate a lot, right? But it was his first lesson in the barter system, right? So the people who ran this Viking, whatever it was, were skilled at this, and it was like, we're going to give people who work here, we're going to give them half off, and we just take it out of the check, and without realizing it, you're just eating and eating, eating, and you don't see it. When you don't see it, that's when it makes a difference, right? And so he owed them $80. He's like, what? What am I doing, right? All right, so that's a funny one. Let me show you another one from Chris Platt's life. Let's see. Let's see. Can we do this via? Yeah, we can do this easily, I think. So let's do this and share to this tab instead. But yeah, okay. All right. So now you see him, but you got to hear you got to hear him do this one. So let's see. So I'm just gonna let it play and it'll catch up. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna play from the beginning. So you caught some of the end, right? But here we go from the beginning. Here we go. And did you hear that? You hear that? He spent $75,000. $75,000. He spent it in 2 months. He spent it in 2 months, and that's not the crazy thing. The crazy thing is he was like, "Well, where's the money?" Because I keep telling you guys, that once you make the money, once you acquire the money, you keep thinking that that's you becoming rich, and that's the game over. That's not the case. That is not the case because I've gotten wealthy a lot of times. I've had money, right? I've had money. So I thought I'm winning. I've won. I've won. So I spend the money on things, and then it's gone. Same thing as Chris Pratt, right? Because the difference is where you spend your money, right? Because if he had just taken 10% of that $75,000, that's 75,000, 7,500. Thanks, Fee. 7,500. Right? If he just put that away at Charles Schwab, things would be lovely. Things would be lovely. He'd be like, what? He would still have the same shock, right? He still have the same shock, but he'd have the shock like, what happened to all the money? But at least I got this money. At least I got this money over here, Charles Schwab, and this money is gone higher. Has gained income. It's working for me. It's working for me. And he would have been like, what? It's working for me. So I don't know what Chris Platt has done. I've looked, I've looked, I've looked, I've looked. I've not been able to find out what he did. But obviously, he's a well known star. And obviously, he's done something to circumvent his money spending. So he's not doing this anymore. He's not taking $75,000 and just blowing it on vacation, right? He is doing something deliberately different, right? And he had to learn. And the thing that's a blessing for him is that he got the money. Oh no, he got the information quickly. Whatever information he got, he got it quickly. Because you talk about all these NFL players, all these NBA players, you talk about all of them doing well, and then they age out of the system, stop playing basketball, stop playing football, whatever, and then they get broke. Those people get broke because they did not have access to the same thing. See, that's the perfect example. I can't think of a specific person, but you have a basketball player, and he does his career, and he retires, and then his money goes and just vanishes, right? And that's what I mean, because he had all this money. He had all this money, but he did not learn what to do with it. So what I'm suggesting, there's lots of things you could do with it. There's lots of things you could do with it, but you have to do something with it. And what I'm suggesting is stock. That's what I'm suggesting. The stock market, that's what I'm suggesting. And I'm suggesting you do that through Charles Schwab, because you also get a person, a wealth investor, to talk you through it, to talk you through whatever decisions you want to make, right? You come with him with some crazy idea, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, why don't you wait on that? Why don't you do this instead?" And he'll guide you. And so that's what I hope Chris Platt has found. But whatever he found something. He found something. It just took him one time. It took him to getting one $75,000 check, and then wondering where that money went, and scrambling to get more money. But just one time, it just happened one time. The next time he had money, he allocated it. He allocated it well. And I don't know where. I want to find out. If I ever get a chance, I'm gonna ask him. But I'd love to know where he put his money now. All right. Okay. All right. So let me check my comments. Fee King was asking people to join. I appreciate you, Fee King. I appreciate you. Shouting you out from the kitchen over there. All right. So I think that's it. I'm going to move on to the next section, which is, hold on, let me get rid of this. All right, check my topic list from. Oh no, I'm laughing because Fee King said she loves this Chris Platt story. She's tagged Chris Platt. Oh my goodness. I never thought of doing that. But yeah, I think it'd be cool. Chris Platt, if you're out there, Chris Platt, this is what I want to know. I want to know how you survived. What did you put your money into after you lost that $75,000? After you lost that, how did you get the money back, first of all? And then what did you do? Like I said, I swear by Charles Schwab. I swear by Charles Schwab and putting my money there, putting 10%, just at least 10% there. And but I'd love to know what yours is, because I've looked, Chris. I have not found it, so I love to know. All right, let's see. Are you still getting excited about your trading? Yeah, trading. Yeah, I'm feeling nervous, honestly. I'm feeling nervous because I don't know what's going on with me. But I wish that it had begun like that weekend, like right after I signed up for it. I wish it had begun that weekend. But now I got time for a different things that pop in my head, like you know, these things. And so I just gotta stay focused, push them out of my mind, push them out of my mind. But this morning I was looking at it. I was looking at the stock market, and I was just looking. I was like, I didn't feel like I was on tilt, but oh, I think about to sneeze. Hold on. See, we figured out that we can avoid the sneeze by holding our nose. Did you know this? You know this? I don't even remember who taught me this, but you can avoid a sneeze by holding your nose. Looks a little crazy. Looks a little crazy, but yeah, you can avoid a sneeze. All right. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about the trading, but he did let me post our previous our previous interview. Our previous interview, he let me post to the group of everyone. So that's great. No one has responded. No one has responded, but still, it made me feel good. It made me feel good that I had something to contribute, and I've talked about in that interview the fact that his brain is his brain injury was similar to mine. I know Rev Mel is telling me not to compare anymore, but there were some similarities, right? And so yeah, it was nice for me to publish that. Nice to publish that. Yeah. Okay, and let's see. Talk about me doing research in owners of Walmart and then looking up their stocks and the cash out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. P King, P King was there. P King was I was so proud of you, P King. I was so proud of you because everyone's talking about people losing money. People talking about Target's losing money, Walmart's losing money. They're talking about these companies losing money because of. I really haven't paid much attention to why, but there's some boycotting going on by Black people. But anyway, people are paying attention to the fact that they're losing money, right? But that's as far as most people go. That's as far as most people go. But if you take one more step, like Fee did, he's like, I wonder what the stock is doing. And then you go and you can see that the stock is coming down. It's coming down. You ought to be excited by that. You ought to be excited by that because no one is going to get hype on social media when it goes back up. No one's going to get hype. People get hype about it coming down, but people won't get hype about it coming back up. But these companies are going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out, right? Any problem Target is having, any problem that Walmart's having, they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out, and the stock will rise up again. So the best thing to do is to buy low and let it rise. Now you can find this on Cash App, any other place, right? So I am trying to decide whether or not I'm going to do that, or I'm just going to stick in Charles Schwab, because Charles Schwab has created something fruitful for me. They've created a fund with everything in it. So I'm thinking about that. Which is a higher level than what I'm talking about doing now. But still, it's the idea that one step past where everyone else stops thinking, you need to stop thinking. One step past everyone else. So you start thinking, oh, wait a minute now, I need to get this stock at this lower price, because once it rises up, it's going to rise up. It's going to rise up. All right. So yeah, it's going to go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, B King is lighting up from the kitchen. All right. I'll share with my niece. And she shared how nervous she was on stage at her most recent dance. That girl did not seem nervous at all. Y'all, if y'all see this little girl do her thing by herself, by herself. You will not believe she was nervous at all. Anyway, that being nervous is normal. Rev Mel calls it nerve-sided, a mixture of excitement and nerves. Yes, yes. Rev Mel sent that word to me today, as a matter of fact, today. So I've gotten this word twice today. To be nervous and excited. Nervous and excited. Yes, Ashe. So that applies to my trading camp. My trading camp. Okay. Okay. B is lighten it up. Lighten it up. Okay, they're losing money because they see they're losing the majority of the target audience, black and brown people. Okay, all right, so that's for the people who need to know. That said, Target's going to do whatever it is they do. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. They're going to do whatever they need to do. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. They will figure out what they need to do to move forward, right? And then their stock will go up, will go back up. So I looked at Target, I looked at Walmart. Walmart looked the best to me because a share of Walmart is now like $87. Like $87, and it's usually trading at like 600. Like it's incredible. It's incredible. So anyway, I'm not telling you what to do. But what I'm going to be talking to my wealth advisor about is getting in on the low end. All right, let's see. Their stock has dropped from hundreds to about $86. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. P King. That's what I was just saying. Yeah, about $86 per share. It dropped from hundreds. Like, I mean, you need to know that Walmart is going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out because they've got so much money. They're going to hire people to troubleshoot, figure it out, and solve the problem for the best amount of people, right? And they'll figure it out. So, Ashe. Ashe. Okay, wow. B King was toasted it up. All right, so that said, let me check my list from Mom. So other announcements, other things I offer. So this podcast, Get Rich 101, goes all the way back past 800 episodes. So it goes all the way back to before this was video, before you could see me in my podcast. You got to just hear me. So for the first 17 episodes of the show, there were just episodes that you could just listen to. And so that is an excellent book. That is me reading a book. It's me reading the book, which is the book that I've read in the beginning of the science of getting rich. I'm sorry, I lost it. The Science of Getting Rich. My mom list. Okay, so please remember to go back to the beginning. Oh, he just handed me the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. This is a book that I read in the beginning of this podcast, the very beginning of this podcast. And also, I've got another book. Hack Your Pay Now. Mom, I still haven't done it. I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to do it before I go to LA. So I'm trying to get that done. Anyway, what we're talking about is getting this added to the text of the reading. So when reading the book. All right. Okay. And here's my hero shirt. Here's my hero hoodie. Hero stands for helping everyone reaps optimism. Helping everyone reach optimism. And it's a true hero hoodie. And the hero, the zero, the O is a ribbon. A ribbon that shows stroke. That represents stroke. All right. So yeah. And other topics are of interest. No, I don't think there's anything interesting today. I would like you to know that Nelson's right here. Nelson's right here. He's been chilling the whole time. He's been chilling the whole time. But yeah, so that's it for today. And please check out your stocks. Please consider buying some of these stocks that are traveling low because you're going to build yourself up for the future. You're going to build yourself up for the future. All right. And remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Ashe. And so we'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm doing today's Tuesday, so tomorrow we'll be doing Rev Mel in the morning. All right. And then Feed King on Thursday. All right. All right, folks. I'll see you later.